Yeah, good morning, viewers. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, all followers. Once again, we are on the third day of our technical analysis with Datapoint. And today we'll be reviewing gold, which is XAUUSD. And I want to say once again that, as I've said yesterday, gold is something that whenever you are trading gold, you must have technical analysis and your fundamentals along. But before we do that this morning, let us check the fundamentals if we have any uh, major news coming on board. As you know, remember I told you we have to go to the forexfactory.com. Then you click on the calendar, then you click on today's date, which is Wednesday 20th. So we already had 7 a.m. GBP CPI news, which is already out. Later today we'll be having 2:15. Right now is just few minutes to 1. So another USD major news is going to be 7 p.m. So for now, I don't think we have any major news. But meanwhile, remember that gold move more of fundamentals, not really technical. But technical is just for you to guide your movement and to know where the market direction is. But generally, we have to look at the fundamentals to determine how we trade our gold, because gold is a commodity and commodities are more moving by what comes up by the news daily or weekly or activities that is at hand. So meanwhile, let's just look at the technical analysis. So far on my screen, as you can see, is gold is still looking more of a sell. If you check this upper zone, we have the resistance. On the lower zone, we have the support. Now, I had this trend line here, which is virtually looking downward. So this other trend line, which is a break trend line over the week, we had a break and retest, but the retest did not actually take effect. That was the reason why I took this trade somewhere here. Unfortunately, this trade did not actually give me what I expected. I think I had a very little peep from that. So it was not really on our side. But be as it may, it's still a good setup. But right now for today market, if you can check, we have all the zone marked out. All these lines you are seeing here are the minor zones that I've marked, and I expect to have this market presently is at 4,499, and we expect it to drop to 4,465 for us to take a buy. And for a buy, we will be expecting it to come up to the next zone, which is 4,526. And our SL should be within possibly 87 pip. 87 pip. Then we have it at 4,272 market cap. So at the end of the day, I should be expecting a buy for this market, but let's see how it goes. For now, we are still waiting for the market to drop so that we can decide on what to do. But before I conclude on this, let me quickly tell you that look, in every market, make sure your fundamentals are properly in place, your zones, your minor zones, your major zones are properly in place, your candlestick formations are also very, very important when it comes to trading of any commodity or any currencies of any forex commodity or forex currencies of any nature. So it's very, very key and important that we put that into consideration. So let me just quickly go to synthetic to tell you how I traded yesterday, but I had a loss. So let's go to synthetic. Now this is the chart for yesterday. As you can see, we were on a higher trend. No, it was just giving me higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. When I got to this higher low, my thought was okay, was still going to respect this trend line to go up. So I entered as a buy, but fortunately I had a breakout. But when I had a breakout, I actually expect my stop loss below before the next zone. So because as a synthetic, once your stop loss is too wide, that means your money is gone. So the account wasn't that much. I decided to take it below the last low of the retracement, believing that I was going to respect it and continue to go my way up. Unfortunately, it broke it and took me off, and as you can see, it's respecting this last zone. But generally, when you check the overall direction from a higher time frame, we notice that the market is still on a downtrend and is still looking downward to 4,900 market cap. So at that level, we might likely still buy, but for now I'm watching it. Let it drop to 4,900. I'll enter a buy. So if you check the market I'm actually analyzing is V10 volatility, V10 on synthetic derivative. So that is what the mistake or the trade we took yesterday. It wasn't a mistake, but market sometimes cannot go your way all the time. But for now, we have seen the direction. We are waiting for the market to drop down to the next zone, then we'll take a buy. So let me just mark the zone down so that those of us who may wish to take that volatility 10, you can have it as your set limit. I will be taking it to the next inner zone, which is 4,956 zone. Then our entry will be 4,900 or 902. Then stop loss will be below, just little below the last one, which is 750p, and we're expecting 2,317 if possible, but if not, let's see how it goes. This is our entry for today. Or you can go to the lower time frame to check your direction, but for me, I do within 1 hour and 30 minutes for synthetic. On my 1 hour, this is what we'll be expecting, and I believe strongly that we will have a very good entry if we're able to endure for this market to drop down to this level of 4,900. This is volatility 10. Please make sure your account is, even if it's not much, but risk management is key. So hopefully by next week, we're going to be talking about beginners, traders, and risk management. Also moving from beginners trading techniques, risk management to technical analysis. So we'll be doing that often from next week. But why this week is more of technical analysis, market review. Today is volume 3. Thank you all the viewers for your following us all along. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your believing in us. Please click the link below to continue to follow us, like and share. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day ahead.